Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the Battle for Las Vegas, and in the thumbnail it showed MGM and Caesars, and one thing I know from each is the MGM Grand. Is that like an arena? I think it's the arena for like fights and I guess also like just sporting events in general. And then Caesars Palace, which I think is for like betting or gambling, sorry, but I think it's like a hotel where there's like, yeah, just gambling, but there's also like an arena there as well for like, is it for like, not comedy shows, like award shows or something? Obviously that's not what this is about, but I'm just trying to sort of picture each side. But I guess those two companies or whatever you want to call them have the largest sort of control in Las Vegas, or like the Las Vegas Strip. I'm not too sure. We're going to check this out, hopefully going to enjoy, and let's just see what's going on in Las Vegas. And yeah, let's just jump into this.
When you visit Las Vegas, you will have the impression that there are countless different hotels and casinos.
You know what, like, before like I used to do these reactions and I first learned about Las Vegas, I used to think, but there wouldn't be like areas where people live here. It's all just for like the Strip, pretty much. I used to just think the Strip was Las Vegas, but that ain't true to, like, at all. Like, I don't know how it is, but I guess Las Vegas is a city. Like, is this the center of Las Vegas, or is Las Vegas as the city like the main area, and this is just where people go to travel when they come into Las Vegas? Like, will people who live in Vegas come to the Vegas Strip a lot, or is that just not a thing? I don't really know how like sort of this comes into play for people who live in this city.
Competing for
like,
your
what? This is an airport here. Wait, is this the airport? It's so close. That's so strange.
attention. Consider this area, for example, on the southern edge of the Strip. There's the Excalibur Hotel, which appears as a medieval castle. Then there is the Luxor, with an ancient Egyptian theme, and the Pyramid main building. And there's the Mandalay Bay Resort, which focuses on opulence with its gold-colored glass facade. But anyone who chooses the Luxor Hotel and is roaming through the casino and the various shops might all of a sudden find themselves inside one of the other two casinos. That is because all three casinos are connected by indoor walkways. You can stroll back and forth between the hotels without setting a foot outside.
That is crazy.
A similar walkway can be found between the Horseshoe Hotel, formerly known as the Baileys, and the Paris Hotel, both located roughly in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip. But why do these hotels make it so easy to stroll to their competitors? Wouldn't they do everything to keep you just within their premises? As you probably figured out at this point, both the Horseshoe and the Paris belong to the same parent company, Caesars Entertainment. And the three other hotels, Luxor, Mandalay Bay, and Excalibur, also all belong together and are operated by MGM Resorts International. In fact, the probability that your hotel belongs to one of the two companies is fairly high, since more than half of the casinos on the world-famous Strip are now operated by one of these two companies. Now, this was not always the case though, as the current situation is the result of a fascinating development, decades of mergers and acquisitions, and to this day, the battle for Las Vegas is still ongoing.
Here we go. Battle for Las Vegas.
Let's look back at the year 1989, the year where the Mirage Hotel opened in Las Vegas.
Fantasy becomes reality when the Mirage appears on the Las Vegas Strip.
At this point in time, tourism growth seemed to have slowed down. For example, it had been a full 16 years since the last new casino hotel opened on the Strip. But the Mirage became an instant success. Also, due to its popular artificial volcano attraction and the hotel's magic show by Siegfried and Roy. It kickstarted an era of construction boom and acquisitions. In 1990, Circus Enterprises opened the aforementioned Excalibur Hotel with a family-friendly medieval theme.
Immediately, thousands of locals and tourists poured inside. The Excalibur is aiming their business towards families. While mom and dad gamble upstairs, the kids go downstairs to the arcade.
Bruh, they're getting them started young then. God damn. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun, but that is actually kind of crazy because you're starting them young in the sense of, okay, all kids love going to the arcade. I love going to the arcade, right? But it's just wild how you have the casino up there, and then for the kids, it's a casino, but the kiddie version, pretty much. Damn. I guess going here as a holiday would be pretty cool, to be honest.
In 1992,
I feel like Vegas is the dream place for a lot of people to go to at least once, especially on like holidays with like a lad's sort of holiday, you know, like you go to Vegas, spend all your money. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and then you go back home to your normal life. Like that's just sort of one of those places where just craziness happens and you do things that you shouldn't do, like lose all your money, you know, because you got to be 21 to go there as well. So I can go now. I mean, I'm getting old, 22, but it's probably too expensive, I'm going to be honest.
Two Promus companies, which already owns the Holiday Inn Hotel, renames that hotel to Harrah's. In 1993, the city gained an additional 3 casinos. MGM Grand opened the MGM Grand Hotel. Mirage Resorts opened Treasure Island. And Circus Circus opened the Egyptian-themed Luxor.
It's opening day at the Luxor, and thousands funneled through the entryway to see for themselves what everyone has been talking about.
Look at the arch on Tutankhamun.
Another company, Bailey Entertainment, announced the construction of yet another casino. At this point, the company already owned the Baileys, their name-giving hotel, which is nowadays called Horseshoe. Bailey Entertainment announced the construction of an adjacent resort, which would be called Paris. Today, this resort is known for the replica of the Eiffel Tower in front of the hotel. In the same year, Promus Companies renames itself to Harrah's Entertainment. Then, in 1996, Hilton Hotels increased its presence in Las Vegas. The group already owned the Flamingo Hotel, which to this day is the oldest still operating resort on the Strip.
Jeez.
In addition, Hilton acquired Bailey Entertainment, gaining control over the Baileys and the Paris Resort, which was still in the planning stage at this time. With completion a few years later, Hilton now owns 3.
There's a restaurant inside. See, that is quite cool. This going here is just, it's like a sort of a fantasy world. I didn't even know there was a restaurant in the Eiffel Tower there. God damn.
Casinos here. In the very same year, the Monte Carlo, a joint venture between Circus Circus and Mirage Resorts, opened. Today, this hotel goes by the name Park MGM. 1 year later, New York, New York was opened by MGM Grand. It's a fascinating building with a facade that mimics the Manhattan skyline.
Wait, what? I have never seen this one before.
And
that is wild, man. See, this is what I feel like Vegas is what places like Dubai sort of base their sort of buildings off. They'll see someone like Dubai and obviously see someone like Vegas. And obviously Vegas is a bit for different reasons. It's for basically just you to go here, spend all your money. And although Dubai is probably the same, I don't know if it's necessarily for gambling. It's just they'll use the sort of building concepts and then just turn it into their own thing. Like Vegas to me is like the US's sort of version, although it was before Dubai, but the US's sort of version of Dubai. It's just craziness, right? These wild structures, wacky structures. It's just fascinating, man.
It's a fascinating building with a facade that mimics the Manhattan skyline.
It's cool though. I like this one. It's all connected as well.
In 1998, Hilton decided to spin off its casino business from the rest of the group's hotels and formed Park Place Entertainment. In the same year, Mirage Resorts opens yet another hotel, the Bellagio, which attracts worldwide attention for its famous dancing water fountain.
Seen this one.
In 1999, Circus Circus opened the Mandalay Bay Resort, the one with the gold-colored facade. The group also changed its name to Mandalay Resort Group. Then, in the year 2000, the consolidation really got going. Park Place massively expanded its portfolio, by acquiring the large Caesars Palace Hotel. And MGM Grand acquired Mirage Resorts, renaming itself to MGM Mirage. The competition for supremacy in Las Vegas was in full swing. In 2003, Park Place changed its name to Caesars Entertainment, a more well-known brand due to the popularity of the Caesars Palace Hotel. With 4 companies competing for supremacy, 2005 would become the year of mega transactions in Las Vegas. MGM Mirage took over Mandalay Resorts.
Oh, MGM really are dominating now then. Crazy how they went from just 2 to now all of this within the space of a few years.
And thus bundles all the properties in one single company. It became the largest gaming company in the world. However, only for a brief moment in time.
Damn.
Just 2 months later, driven by the knowledge of this merger, Harrah's Entertainment and Caesars also reconsidered their position and agreed on a deal that allows Harrah's to take over Caesars Entertainment.
Oh, Harris took over. Wait, what?
Much of the Strip was now controlled by these 2 companies. In the same year, Harrah's also bought the Imperial Palace, a casino that is now known as The Link. They also purchased the Barbary Coast Hotel, now known as the Cromwell. In 2009, MGM Mirage sold the Treasure Island Hotel to businessman Phil Ruffin and opened a giant new complex, the City Center, consisting of a shopping center, residential towers, and various hotels. Harrah's Entertainment expanded further by purchasing the Planet Hollywood Hotel, and both companies again changed their names. Harrah's Entertainment reverted back to Caesars Entertainment, and MGM Mirage became MGM Resorts International.
There we go.
2 giants had grown, exercising enormous control over the gambling capital. Today, all these casinos on the south end of the Strip are run by MGM, and the middle of the Strip is firmly in the hands of Caesars Entertainment. Only the northern part is characterized by other operators. In total, of the 27 famous casinos here, 17 are operated by MGM or Caesars. Both companies have built customer reward programs that work across all their resorts, so whenever you spend money in one of the casinos belonging to the respective group, you receive points, and depending on the number of points, you are classified in a rewards tier, which is associated with various benefits. A system designed to retain customers and prevent them from going to their competitor. But the map as we see it here only tells part of the story, because if you look at the ownership of prominent resorts, you will often find that a completely different company name appears. Vici Properties. Vici, as in Veni Vidi Vici, a reference to Caesar. Vici Properties is listed as the owner of the MGM Grand, which is operated by MGM, the direct competitor of Caesars. So what is Vici Properties? While in 2010 MGM and Caesars appeared like strapped giants, behind the scenes, Caesars was crumbling.
Damn,
Amidst
Caesars
all
was.
these acquisitions, Caesars Entertainment had undergone a complex transformation itself, as the investment companies Apollo Global Management and Texas Pacific Group jointly took over Caesars Entertainment and privatized the publicly traded company with a leveraged buyout.
Debt.
This means
Lots of debt then. How can you how can you get in so much debt when you're in this location where I feel like you're primed to just make stupid money? I understand that it's going to cost a lot to be on this land, but I'm just thinking the amount of money that these places will make, because of the area and location. I'm just struggling to understand how there could be in so much, like financial struggle.
Means that a large part of the takeover amount is financed by debt, with
Yep.
the assets of Caesars Entertainment acting as security. The $30.7 billion deal was the fourth largest leverage buyout ever at the time. And what followed were controversial restructurings that made creditors feel betrayed, as well as large amounts of debt that had to be managed, all at a time amidst the global financial crisis of 2008 and weakened consumer behavior in the years that followed. The leveraged buyout turned into a disaster.
Breaking overnight, Caesars Entertainment filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection.
Hoping the court agrees to its plan to get out from under $18.4 billion of debt.
With Caesars Entertainment Operating Company, the largest subsidiary of Caesars, put into Chapter 11 bankruptcy, the company began a more than 2-year-long process of reorganization, and a compromise between creditors and owners was being negotiated. In the end, Caesars creditors acquired approximately 2/3 of Caesars Entertainment, while Apollo and Texas Pacific Group had to reduce their stake in Caesars Entertainment Corporation, initially to 16%, a little later, dropping out completely. The real trick, however, is that Caesars Entertainment was split into 2 completely separate companies, and this is how Vici Properties was born, a pure real estate company that would simply own the casinos. So while Vici Properties owns the land and buildings of the hotels and is less dependent on the fluctuations of the gambling business, Caesars Entertainment can focus entirely on operations and is lightened of assets. In addition, Vici Properties can benefit from a massive tax break due to the company being a real estate investment trust, also called REIT, which are exempt from federal income tax. A similar step also had been taken at MGM Resorts. This is how MGM Grove Properties was formed, that owns the hotels and leases them back to MGM. By selling the real estate, these operating companies can gain money which they can invest in future growth, especially important considering the changing gambling market, because while the focus of this video is on the battle over Vegas, these companies are operating nationwide, internationally, and increasingly digital, for example in the growing sports betting business. The local gambling halls had long transformed into major global corporations, as visible by Caesars' revenue breakdown from 2015, at the time of Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which shows that Las Vegas business only accounted for 35% of the company's revenue.
Jeez, okay. So they're doing well, although they were doing well before, had a lot of control of things. I mean, the Vegas control is probably the most financially rewarding aspect of like the companies they own, but or sort of the things they own. But I mean, I don't know. I guess we're gonna see, because they're still going now. So I don't really know how they got out of this. Obviously, the government helps.
Eldorado Resorts is buying Caesars Entertainment, creating a major casino giant.
The deal is worth $17.3 billion.
With Caesars Entertainment growing even more by merging with Eldorado Resorts, 2022 would see yet another mega transaction that will once again bundle ownership in Vegas, as Vici Properties acquires MGM Grove Properties, giving the company control over a large part of real estate in Las Vegas. The battle for Las Vegas is won on 2 fronts. While this map, which we looked at earlier, depicts the operating business of the casinos, ownership of the real estate is often in someone else's hands. These are all of the properties on the strip that are owned by Vici Properties at the time of making this video. Alongside some former Caesars and MGM properties, Vici also owns the Venetian Hotel and the land under the T-Mobile Arena. With the real estate business of Vegas now opened up, conventional big players such as the Blackstone Group are investing into the city as well. with purchases such as the Bellagio, the Cosmopolitan, and the Aria and Vdara hotels in city center. The battle for Las Vegas has fundamentally changed, now split into real estate competition and into the casino operating business. And just like the city never sleeps, the battle is unlikely to ever end.
Just wait, when the city never sleeps, does it mean these are like legitimately open 24/7? Because I've heard stories of people like that will like gamble all day, and then all morning they just stay awake. They'll gamble. They just literally gamble until I guess they just physically can't. They're just too tired or whatever. But I guess yeah, they are just open non-stop, which is crazy to think, but I guess it's just a never-ending sort of load of cash that they're making, so it makes sense as to why they would do it. But it's a fascinating place, man. I mean, I've said it already, but it's just a different world, honestly.
For quite a while, I have been working on an extensive new project.
Is this an ad? Is getting an ad? Yep. Let me just look quickly at the Vegas Strip. Vegas Strip. And I'm just fascinated to sort of see if it wants to work. Vegas Strip, and then I'm going to put suburbs. This probably isn't the best way to put it, but I just want to see if you can see like the Vegas Strip from the suburbs. Is that like a thing? Is it gonna load? Well, this is the Strip, right? And I can yeah, this is the suburb. This is the Strip. So you can definitely see it, but it looks a flipping goddamn long distance away for sure. Yeah, man, Vegas it's a cool place. I'm not gonna lie. I'd definitely love to go there, but it definitely ruined me financially, so I don't know about that. As a non-American, Las Vegas looks like such a surreal place. It is just different, man. I don't even know if is it the same for like some Americans. Like obviously, if you've not been to Vegas, you just look at it and just think, "What, this place is just crazy." As an American who's never been there, I agree with that. Just answers my question. As someone who's been there multiple times, I agree. It's legit like GTA. Love it. I would love them to put Vegas in GTA or the Vegas Strip in GTA. That would be incredible. Crazy how many monopolies exist where we might not even realise it. Bro, I don't even know about any of these companies, to be honest. So love the visuals you did. Yeah, the editing for this is really good. I don't know how they do it, but I guess they got some crazy talented people making these videos. But hopefully enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you've been to Vegas, let me know. Did you regret it? And that's pretty much it. Until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.